Good morning students, welcome back. So in the last video we discussed about perfect competitive market. We're going to continue with the market structure, and in this video I would like to discuss about monopoly. Monopoly is one such market structure where we see one seller existing. Okay, so if there is a market and if there is only one seller, then such a market will be called a monopolistic market. If let's just take a case where there is a reverse case. If there are many sellers, but if there is only one buyer, then such a market condition or such a market structure will be called monopsony. So we're not going to discuss anything about monopsony. It's just to know that if there is only one buyer existing in a market, then what will it be called? It will be called monopsony. But if only one seller exists in a market, then such a market condition or a market structure will be known as monopoly. So in a monopolistic market, we see that the seller has complete control over the product and its supply. Complete control over the product and its supply. And what kind of a product is the seller selling? He sells products which has no close substitute. There is no close substitute for the kind of product that the seller sells. So, and we see that in a monopolistic market, the seller is the price maker. We saw in perfect competitive market that the seller is a price taker. He takes whatever price comes to him. But here in a monopolistic market, the seller is the price maker. He makes the price. He sets the price. He's the ruler. He can sell the product at any price as he wants. And the people in the market, they have to buy that product at that price. Why? Because there is no other person selling that product to us. Let me give you an example of monopolistic market. Indian Railways is one such example. Suppose if you want to travel by train, you have to take the services of Indian Railways only. There is no other private agencies or an organization that is providing you with the services of railways. You have to take the government service of Indian Railways and you have to go or use that service only. There is no other private options available for you, right? So Indian Railways is one such example where you see that there is only one seller in the market and there are many buyers of it. Okay, so as we have written here, monopoly means that a single seller will completely be in control of a product to such an extent that this seller will determine the product's accessibility and availability. The product sold has no close substitute. The seller is in complete control of the supply. Okay, so this is about our monopoly. Now let's look here. Other than that, what else is there? Let us see. Apart from this, we see that the average revenue, it falls as more units of products are produced. As more and more units of products are produced, the average revenue falls. So the seller will produce an optimal amount of product so that his average revenue does not fall. And definitely the seller will operate till where the MC is equal to MR. As soon as his marginal cost goes beyond or goes above his marginal revenue, he will stop producing it. Because he is not getting more than what he is spending. So that's why he will see to it that his MR is equals to MC. Apart from this, there is a relationship that is stated between average revenue, marginal revenue and elasticity of demand. It is given by MR is equals to AR into E minus 1 by E, as you see here. Okay, and this is the monopolistic market curve where you see that the MR curve lies below the AR curve. Now let's quickly go through the characteristics of monopoly, which often comes in exam for 5 marks or sometimes 10 marks. So let's look into it. First is that there is a single seller. As I said that in a monopolistic market, there is only a single seller. But in perfect competitive market, we see that there are many sellers. But in its contrast, we see that in a monopolistic market, there is only one seller selling the product. And second one is this, that there is no free entry and exit. In perfect competitive market, there was no barrier to entry and exit, but here we see that there are restrictions for entry and exit. What kind of restrictions are they? They can come in the form of resource ownership, then they can come in the form of government license, patents and copyrights, and many other restrictions. Okay, then the third one is that there is no close substitute. There is no close, like just like I said, for Indian Railways, had there been other substitute or other options available, we would have definitely chosen from those options, right? Since there is no other option available to us, we always have to go for the services of Indian Railways provided by the government, right? There is no other option available to us. So there is no close substitute for the product that is sold by a monopolist. Fourth one is that there is price discrimination. First, let us understand what is price discrimination. Price discrimination means when a seller charges different price from different customers for the same product. That means he is selling the same product, okay? But when it comes to different customers, he will charge different prices from them, just like Indian Railways. The product that he is, or the service that that the agency is providing to the buyers are same, right? The services are same, but they will charge different prices from different customers. Okay, so that is what we see under price discrimination. Price discrimination exists in monopoly. And the last one is that there is lack of competition and innovation. Definitely, because there is no competition for the monopolist, because there is only one seller and he is the ruler of the market. So he often feels that there is no one to stand against me. So he feels that I am the only one person who is ruling this market and I will never be competed by anyone else. So that's why the seller feels complacent. He feels comfortable as he is, and he will never try to improve anything. So that is what we see in Indian Railways also, right? Because there is no other competitor, because the seller knows that people don't have any other option than to consider my services. So because of that kind of a thought or that kind of an idea that exists, they never try to innovate. They never try to improve what they have. So because of lack of competition, we see that there is no innovation taking place in the product that is, or the services that is offered by the monopolist. So these are the different characteristics that we find in a monopolistic market. In the next video, I will try to discuss monopolistic competition, and then in the later one, I will try to discuss oligopoly. I hope this was clear to you all. Please go through the notes which I have given to you and enjoy learning. Thank you.